Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. My name is Adam, and this is my friend Tarron.
Hey buddy, how we doing?
Mate, we are talking about the Advanced Tactical Missile.
This is what every MML hopes to be when it grows up.
That's right.
Swoosh.
Right, so as we know, the clans get all the good stuff.
They do,
Not necessarily the fun stuff, because that's the inner sphere. They have to sort of jury-rig stuff that they learned. But yeah, this particular missile system is quite
it's
exciting.
very cool.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. I've learned something recently that I don't like about it, but it is still a very, very cool system. It's the one thing that I am happy about the clans not getting is the indirect fire thing. But we'll get into that in a sec.
So this one was developed by Clan Coyote, and it was after the invasion.
Okay.
Right? So the Clan Coyote was one of the clans that got sort of left behind, so they had to do their own thing, and as the rest do. But basically they wanted a more flexible missile system.
Yes.
Like a one missile that sort of does all. And they came pretty close. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's damn cool. I mean, even without the little indirect firing thing, it's an awesome weapon system. If you can get one on your mechs, on your Omni-mechs, go for it.
So it comes in 4 different sizes of missile launcher. So you've got a 3, a 6, a 9, and a 12.
Yes.
All right. And one of the good things about it, it comes with an Artemis 4 built in.
It's integrated, so that gives you the +2 to cluster hit table.
Yeah,
that's your Artemis 4.
Amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, and that'll be part of the equipment stuff that we do later, but that's the basic rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes as automatic, so you automatically get a +2. Obviously, you can't go over 12, but you only need a 10 now to hit with everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
That's very good.
And the advantage of it, of course, is you can have 3 different ammunition types to choose from.
Yes.
And it all feeds through that one launcher. So like the MML, which what we talked about in the last video, you pick what sort of bin you want to draw from to fire. It's same principle.
Yeah, but you've got 3 different types. So you've got a standard missile, which goes out to a max range of 15. We haven't binged, have we?
No, bing it.
Bing!
There we go.
So you've got a standard missile. Now you can see it for yourselves. I don't need to read it out. It goes out to 15 range total and gives you a 2 damage per missile.
Right. So then short-range missiles up to a longer range is always good.
Basically, yeah. With the ATM ones, you always multiply out your cluster roll by the damage per missile and split into 5-point groups.
Yeah, so it's like an LRM.
Yeah. It's just a permanent thing. They don't do the individual hits like SRMs do, so bear that in mind if you're going to grab one. Then they thought, well, let's pack a little bit more powder and a little bit less boom stuff into it and get it to go further. So these are your extended range missiles, and they go all the way out to 27.
That's monstrous.
Which is just, as you say, monstrous.
So it's only 1 damage, but still, for that range, you can start threatening the enemy pretty much straight away.
Yeah, and
whatever.
I mean, with a 12 rack, you put a 12 rack with an automatic +2 to cluster roll, and that's a max of 12 damage split into 5-point groups out to 27 range.
Yeah.
And if you can clip onto a light mech or something, you manage to get that targeting in, that'll strip armor away from one of them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad move. And then they thought, well, let's drop the powder down, but give it a big bada boom. So they made the HE version, which obviously high explosive. Now
my 2 favourite words.
Yes. No more perfect combination has ever been created than high and explosive.
That's right.
In all senses of both words. So it only goes out to 9. So they did seriously cut down the range. That's only like standard.
Standard
SRM
range, I guess, for the inner sphere, because the clan ones they go a little bit further.
Yeah,
so
obviously, because they clan,
but still
they suck. Well, their streaks go out to 12. Their standard SRMs go out to 9. So these are like standard
comparable,
SRM
yeah.
level, but it's more of a short range thing. You want to use this when you're fairly certain you're going to hit. So you would even cut that back down to medium range, which is a max of 6. I would personally.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth noting that the standard missiles have a minimum range of 4, but the other two do, and the extended range has a 4, but these ones don't.
No.
So yeah, so get in nice and close. But they do 3 per missile, which is just rude.
It is.
Just rude.
So a potential of, on a 12, a 36 damage, giving you an inherent +2 bonus on your cluster roll. You are going to be doing a lot of damage with that if you hit.
Yeah, a lot of damage. I mean, even splitting that into 5-point groups, it's just a rude level of damage. Seriously rude level of damage.
I really like that. That's so good. And the Clan Coyote brought out an Omni-Mech to basically feature it, called the Savage Coyote.
Yeah.
And that had as its main weapon payload 2 of those ATM 12s on it, 1 on each torso. It had backup weapons and lasers and things like that, which is what you want.
Yeah.
But it had enough sort of ammo bin slots to take a variety of the missile types.
And that's
real. Oh man.
Yeah. This is another one of those. Like I said in the MML video, this is one of those ones where if you can't split your ammo up, then there really isn't any point taking it. If you're not going to be able to take at least 2 different types, then consider taking a standard missile system instead of the ATM.
Yeah, true.
And I personally wouldn't take it unless I have at least 3 tons of ammo. And then you could take one of each and you can just pick which one you want to use.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could always say, well, 3 tons of ammo, but I'm going to take 2 in high explosive and 1 in extra range because I want to pepper them from a distance and then get in close really, really quick and blast the poo out of them. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. But the Savage Coyote, it wasn't too fast. It was like I think it was an assault mech or something. It was like 85 or 90 tons or something. So
yeah.
Just off the top of my head, I don't quite remember. But I mean, it's not going to have a lot of speed. But at least having enough of that ammo, it can account for just about everything it needs.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah. I'm sure the mouse will tell us what tonnage it is. he'll be there. So your 12 rack, when you fire that off, you go from 4 at bare minimum. You're going to get 4. But if you are still able to use the Artemis system, there are circumstances where you can't use it.
Yeah,
ECM, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Even if you just roll a 2, you're still going to get a 4 with your +2. So you're going to get 5 missiles hitting.
Cool. There you go.
And then everything else up to 9 is 8 missiles hitting. And then you've got 2 11s, 2 10s and 2 12s.
Right. So a minimum of 15 points of damage
Yeah.
with the high explosive.
Minimum of 15.
Oh.
As long as your system is working properly.
Of course.
Minimum of 15. That's just rude.
That is, that's quite potent.
Yeah.
That's really potent. Like you take like that Savage Coyote, if you could hit with both those high explosive weapons on, say, a light mech or a medium mech or so. A medium mech, it's still going to do a lot of damage.
As long as you hit, it's a minimum of 30. Just, oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm happy they don't get indirect fire as well.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Because 27 hexes away, indirect fire, and then moving up and getting high explosive, just no.
That's a lot of damage if you hit that ammo bin as well. Keep that in mind. But I mean, the clans have the built-in case, so it's not really an issue.
Yeah, but they've got some seriously fast light mechs out there.
Yeah.
And if you muck around with the weapon pods and things and just go, I feel like using the ATMs for a change, give them a crack and see how you go, because they're well worth it. I mean, even with the 3, you use high explosive, you get a decent roll on your cluster table. If you roll 8 or better and your Artemis is working, you'll hit with all 3. And that's 9 points of damage. It's not nothing.
No, that's right.
That's not nothing.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's
So that's definitely one weapon an anti-missile system would would be worth having on your mech to try and counter it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about anti-missile systems and all that sort of thing a bit later in the series because they are quite relevant and they're very handy.
And they're very cool too. Yeah.
So what sort of tonnage was the?
That's I'm just having a look here. The ATMs.
So you get five shots per ton with the ATM 12.
Yep. So you get 5 shots per ton, and it weighs 7 tons and takes up 5 spaces.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big weight and space investment for not very many shots, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but you'd save it for like a bigger chassis, and that's where you get the benefit from. Because I'm looking at the ATM 3, you're getting what 20 shots per ton.
Yeah.
So you, like you say, you could load it up on a light fast mech. 20 shots.
And that's only 1.5 tons for the 3 and only 2 spaces. So you could cram 3, 4, 5 of them into a small mech with a decent speed and reasonable armor, and just run around being a complete and utter poo head.
Yeah. Well,
which
that's a lot of
which
damage.
is cool.
That is a lot of damage.
So as a comparison, the Clan LRM 20 is only 5 tons and 4 spaces, whereas an ATM 12 is 7 tons and 5 spaces. So like I say, if you aren't going to mix your missile system, if you're not going to mix those ammo bins up and take different types of ammo, then you're better off with an LRM or a Streak 6 or something like that. If you want to be able to use a weapons platform for multiple things, and you don't mind having slightly lower damage value, so that instead of a 20 you're taking a 12, if you see what I mean, right? The cluster roll is lower.
Yeah.
If you don't mind that and you want to take multiple different types of things, you want to have a very, very flexible weapon system, the ATM is the go.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to take the multiple types of ammo, don't do it. Just take a standard missile system, because you'll end up better off.
I think it was the Rapid Coyote, a different one. That's I don't think that was an Omni-Mech, but that had a single ATM 12 and like 4 medium clan lasers or something. That was quite good. You know, you've got a missile weapon that can help you at all ranges, and backed up like their medium lasers are pretty good too.
Yeah, well, they're solid weapons, and that sort of thing, that sort of platform gives you a really good, like I say, a good flexible weapon system. You can go running off on scout missions, and when you run out of ammo, you've got lasers to back you up. You could take solely high explosive if you know your mission is to go and like blow buildings up or something.
True. Yeah, city urban combat would be quite ideal for that.
But if you don't know the mission system, or if you're modding in one, then take at least 2 or 3 tons dedicated to ammunition, and then decide when you know your mission what type of ammo you take.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, give yourself plenty of bin slots to give you options, and that's the best way for that, I think.
Yeah, and like I say, I would personally take 3.
Yeah,
I would allocate minimum. 3 tons minimum to ammunition, especially if you're taking the 12, because you can only get 5 shots per ton, like we said. That ATM 12 is 5 shots per ton, and that's not good. That's not good. It's not awful. It could be better. It could be worse, but
Well, just make sure your pilot has a fairly good gunnery.
That's
so you
it.
can maximise its efficiency.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same with any weapon, I suppose.
Don't be the one that has to pay for them once you've used them.
That's right, yeah. Mech warriors for the clans don't have to worry about that. They got everything given to them.
Everything's supplied. That's why I hate them.
I think that's it. I think we've covered that particular weapon quite well. So I like it. I really, really like it. So if you're a clan player and you can find some designs that have this on it, for sure. Definitely
if you're
fielding it.
If you're an inner sphere, then by all means salvage a couple, but stick with your MMLs if you can, because you'll. I reckon you'll be better off in direct fire.
Well, I know you're a fan of it, so, but that's fair enough. Yeah. That's it.
Dear.
All right. Yeah, I think so.
No worries.
Thanks you for watching. If this is your first time sort of watching any of our videos, consider subscribing and hitting that little notification there so you can see what else we do. But that's it. I think we're done.
We are done.
All
All
right.
good.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.